Hello guys. Last video we have spoken about the difference between um, investing, swing trading and day trading. In this video we try just to go into details about investing, and we say that in order to invest in a company, okay, you should know the company. Okay, so let's go and check some information. Now the first thing to speak about, about the criteria how to choose a company, is competition. Okay, now this is my criteria. It means if I want to buy a company and to invest in it for the long run, okay, so what should I do? First, competition. Now I will explain to you in this video what does it mean, competition. Competition is, let's say, I give you an example, okay, to make it clear. Now we take for example Apple, okay. Now Apple as a company, if you are going to buy the stock, yes or no, and why you invest in this company. Now, understand competition. It means Apple. What is the other companies in the industry, other companies, okay, that Apple is competing with? There is only one which is the most Samsung in South Korea. Samsung, which is South Korea. This is the biggest competitor to Apple. Okay. Now the other the other companies, I don't want to put names here. Whatever is the companies in the industry, since we are looking at the industry, it means this industry. What does it mean? It means the companies or stocks that are in the same industry. Understand that, okay? So we find that Apple, the best competitor is Samsung. Now we try to see Apple, is it successful in its competition? We say yes, because Apple has the biggest share in the market. So this information, you can go online and you search for it. It means you search for how much Apple take from the market of selling smartphones, laptops and the other stuff, all what Apple's sell. Okay, so you try to see how much share in the whole market. If Apple, for example, has 50% and let's say Samsung has 40% and all the other companies, they have 1%, 2%, 10%, 7%. What does it mean? It means Apple is the dominant and it is one of the best companies to invest in it. Why? Because it is a leading company in the industry itself. Okay? So this is the first thing you can think about. Now, let's give you another example that you might think of. Okay, that maybe you know a lot, but I want just to give you an idea. Okay, so let's take all this stuff from our screen and let's get another example. Now, if I tell you another example, okay, let's say we take Google. Now, Google, everybody knows Google, okay? Now, we try to compare it with Facebook. Now, here we are not comparing two industries because they belong to two industries, okay? So, Google is a search giant, okay? search giant. All the people know, all the people they use it, most of the people use it. Now Facebook is a social media, okay, social media giant also, but it's different, okay. There is no one right now who is better than Facebook in social media, okay. This is the biggest. Now why I compare two companies but their industries are different? So this is social media, this is search. Why should I compare Google with Facebook? Now the thing is, I'm telling you here, is the market share of what we call ads. Okay? This is the problem. Why I put Google with Facebook is just because Google has the biggest share in the ads. It means it is selling ads, and almost all money is made from ads. Let's say it is 85%. Now let's say Facebook is only let's say 10%. Now the thing is this is in the past. But right now Facebook is making more ads, and it is taking, okay, it is taking some parts of the share to Facebook. And this is the problem for Google. So Google and Facebook are now the biggest giant, but Facebook is looking to make more money in the ads, and Google tries to compete, okay? But this 85, it was in the past. Now this 85, it goes lower and lower. Let's say it is 75, just an example, okay? I don't know exactly what is the share of the ads business today, in this January 2018, but I'm just telling you how things change. So competition is very, very important. If Facebook is taking more and more from Google in the future, so Google will be having less money in the ads business. That's why they should do something else. That's why they always compete. Now Facebook, as you can see, it was $17.55, okay, in 2012, okay. You see now how much it is, okay. Let's say it is $175. So you see the growth that this stock has been doing from 17.55 to 175 in, since we are in 2018, so in 6 years, okay, 6 years. Okay, so this is just to give you an idea about competition. Now, before there is Yahoo, which was the biggest ads in business, but Yahoo is losing business almost every time because Facebook has taken over all the small or the biggest in the past. That's why I told you that competition is very, very important. So it's not as you might think. When you say competition, you think that it is just they compete just for little money. This is a survival. Competition is a survival. If Facebook is making better and better and better ads and having billions of people like in social media, it can have a big impact on Google in the future. Okay, that's why I always try to bring this Google and Facebook together. Yahoo is not that big deal right now because it loses a lot of business, and it's not like Facebook or Google. This is just to show you how competition is very, very important. That's why most of the time you see that if I give you it's just another example about competition. Okay, competition. If you think, for example, about in terms of cars, for example, okay, you see that like USA cars and let's say European cars or Japanese cars, okay, Japanese, sorry for the thing, Japanese cars, okay, they make a very big impact on the business, okay. So European and Japanese, they are taking more and more share of the car business against USA cars business, okay. Now why is this? Because for example Japanese cars, they use, for example, less their engine is not robust like USA cars. Okay, USA cars, the engine are very powerful. Okay, but they consume a lot of gas. So when the Japanese have cars that have less gas, okay, to fill your tank, that's why the people they like more Japanese, because they don't spend that much money. If you go to USA cars, they are excellent, they are robust, they are bigger, but the problem is that they consume more gas. So you see competition always. When you want to invest in a company, try to see what is the potential in the future. Okay, who will win in the future? Because if more cars are sold from Japan or Europe, okay, so here we have less cars that are sold in USA, and like these companies, old companies like Ford and the other brand will fall behind. Okay, so this is just another thing. Now, if I give you another example, as always, okay, another example is, for example, in retail. Okay, in retail, for example, let's say Walmart. Okay, you compare it with other companies, all the companies in retail. Okay, so if Walmart try to have lower prices, it's not true for all the prices, but some prices, lower prices, and this we have expensive prices. Okay, expensive prices. Now, most of the people, okay, they go to lower prices and they leave these expensive prices. That's why a lot of retail, companies, they go bankrupt, and some they are going to. Okay, let's say for example Sears. Okay, it has a lot of problems because it can't compete with other stores, and others are struggling. Okay, so always think about competition. In order to invest in a company, the company should be strong enough to compete with others and to stay in the market. Okay, this is the most important thing, is to stay for long, not just for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, but to stay for long, because they are doing better things by lowering the prices. Okay, and there is like this competition is always there. A company that doesn't compete well, for example like Sears, it will maybe go bankrupt one day. And it's not only Sears, but any other company that can go bankrupt. And if you go online and you put, let's say, bankrupt companies in 2017, you will find that we have hundreds of companies that they go bankrupt, because they can't compete. Okay, this is one thing that I explain, and hope this this thing hope this thing of competition you understand it very well. So when you want to invest in a company for the long run, try to see if this company is competing good against other companies. Do you think that it will stay 10 years or 20 years or 30 years? Okay, so competition is a very, very important thing. Don't think that competition is just a minor thing, because as I told you, Apple now is dominant. There are other companies before for making cell phones and making computers. They go bankrupt. Okay, because they can't compete. They can't have new things that the people accept, and their technology is left behind. That's why I told you should always think about the future. Okay, does this company compete well or not? Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Please go to the next criteria. I will explain more and more in it. Thank you very much.